I got a GT 710 a few months ago, just for fun, and as the GPU shortages have gotten worse, I've started to see that these graphics cards have been put into pre-built gaming PCs. The main issue with this is that these graphics cards are not meant for gaming. They're meant for if you have like a simple office PC and you need to add like a second or a third monitor. It gives you the ability to do that affordably. But putting these into a pre-built gaming PC and saying it's a gaming PC or a gaming graphics card, it's almost a scam, to be honest, unless you're very upfront about what games it can actually play. It just so happens that the Steam Summer Sale is going on right now, which gave me the idea to look through the store and see what games are on sale that we could actually play with a GT 710. You may or may not be surprised that there's some pretty decent games that you can get that will run on this card. But just make sure to check your expectations. So in this video, I want to go over 5 games that you can actually play with a GT 710 that you can also get during the Steam Summer Sale. I'm gonna go through the games, show some benchmarks, show how they run. If you just want to see the list of games, I'll go ahead and put those in the description. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the first game. First up, we have Half-Life. This game came out in 1998, but still gets new overwhelmingly positive reviews. Shaped Silver says, "Wait, you don't own this? Buy it now!" Being a game from more than 20 years ago, it's no surprise that it runs pretty well. I think the game is capped at 100 FPS though. At 1080p, it stayed pretty close to that for the most part. I haven't gotten too far into the game, but so far the story seems very intriguing to me, so I'm excited to play more of it. Also, it's $1.99 right now on Steam. Next we have Left 4 Dead. If you're into zombie games and you have a GT 710, this is a great option for you. The game came out in 2008 and 95% of all the reviews on Steam are positive. Diablo says, "I joined a match, I got pounced by a hunter, my team ran away. Never has a game been more appropriately named. 10 out of 10 would die alone again." At 1080p low settings, you can easily hit an average of 55 FPS, but when things get intense, the frame rate does drop down a fair bit below that. It's still very playable in my opinion though. If you do want a smoother experience, drop the resolution down to 900p, and you should be sitting in the 80 or 90 average FPS range. Also, this game is only $1.99 on Steam right now. Up next, we have Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005. This is a classic Star Wars game and one of my childhood favorites. This game also has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. Frog the Spy says, "The better version." Battlefront 2 averages above 60 FPS when running on the GT 710. In testing it, I did run it at 1080p, but I did tweak the settings a little bit to achieve this. Currently on Steam, during the sale, it's $3.49. Moving on to the next game, we have Oblivion. If you're looking for an RPG, then this might be right up your alley. Moon Unit says, "It's like Skyrim, but good." It's the game previous to Skyrim in the Elder Scroll games, and the NPCs in this game are more entertaining than probably in any other game that you've played.
Oh my goodness. Excuse me, are you all right? By the divines, this person's dead.
In testing it, getting an accurate average FPS in this game was difficult. Every time you enter a menu, FPS shoots up pretty high, skewing the number high. I tried to avoid opening any menus for a time to get a feel for how the gameplay outside of menus runs, and averaged around mid-50s, I would say, with mostly low settings. I did see numbers drop to the 30s and 40s every so often, but definitely still playable in my opinion. And currently this game is $3.79 on Steam. Lastly, I thought I'd throw a modern game into the mix, and Among Us came to mind. This game came out in 2018, but really blew up in 2020. If you've ever played the game Mafia or Wolf with friends at a party, think of that but in space with more depth. Cordyceps Witch says, "This game is teaching me how to lie and gaslight people. 10 out of 10. I shouldn't need to benchmark this game just because it can run on anything. Needless to say, it ran at a consistent 60 FPS. Although I think parts of it are capped at 30 FPS. Either way, it was still a smooth experience, and it's currently $3.99 on Steam." So I guess technically you can play games on a GT 710, but just games that are older or meant to be run on a potato or something like that. I guess if that suits your needs, then more power to you. But at the end of the day, I think that most people in the market for a gaming PC want something that's a little more powerful than a GT 710. Well, that's it, you guys. I had fun making this video. Hopefully it was entertaining or informative in some way for you. Go ahead and drop a like if it was enjoyable, and we'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.